Angeles, checking in to do my live video for the day. I am co-hosting a 10-day live video challenge with Lou Bortone, and of course I need to model what I teach, and that is doing a live video every day. So right now we're talking about Facebook Live, and that's why I'm here. We'll also be talking about Instagram and Twitter live video. But for today, I just wanted to talk a little bit about something that's come up for me in the last few days. I've been faced with a challenge, and the challenge is that I broke a bone in my right hand, which is my dominant hand. I broke a bone while I was running a half marathon up in the Sequoia National Forest near Yosemite. And that has really created an interesting situation for me because my left hand is very weak, I'm finding out, and it's hard to do a lot of things with only one hand that's not your dominant hand. Now, I talked about this a little bit on my personal profile the other day, and about adapting, and I've had to adapt a lot. So two of the ways I've been adapting is in the form of my communication. I have been doing a lot more video when I'm responding to emails or sending emails to my clients and colleagues. So I'm doing them as video emails with a tool called Loom, Loom. I'll post a link when I'm finished. And then the other thing, I found that sometimes doing the video was not as fast as I would like it to be, so I started taking a look to find some free online voice-to-text software. I found a couple of Chrome extensions that I've been testing out. They're not perfect, but they do all right. I've had to, sort of figure out how they work, and so I am now doing some voice-to-text typing, and that is also interesting because they're not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. But so if you get something from me, if you see a comment on Facebook or get an email from me that is a little bit weird and doesn't have a lot of punctuation or capital letters, it's probably because I'm doing voice to text, because it's easier than typing with my left hand, which is not very easy. So, but the main thing that I've really been grappling with, and you might have grappled with this as well, is the whole idea of how you show up. How you show up when you're doing video, for example, how you show up online, how you show up in networking events, and what that says about you. So I've had this tension because I typically try, when I'm doing a video, I want to be, I want to look professional. I don't want to have, big sores on my face and swelling on my face from doing a face plant on a trail. I don't want to necessarily be wearing a sweatshirt, but it's the only thing that fits over this fiberglass cast that I have. So I've had to make some adjustments to how I show up. So when you see somebody show up online in on live video, for example, you may be unconsciously judging what they look like, and that may not be really how they want to be presenting themselves, and maybe they don't have a choice. Now, with live video, there's two things going on, or there is something going on there, that it's usually more spontaneous, so versus a, planned out, scripted presentation. So there tends to be a more casual feeling about live video. And I was talking about this with a friend of mine and saying, yeah, well, that's all fine and good, but what if somebody doesn't know you and they see you all casual and then they don't take you as seriously as a business professional. And that's a good point. So the thing about live video is that you can get more intimate with people, in terms of who you are behind the scenes, that sort of thing. But you also have to be thoughtful about how you're showing up. So while this isn't normally how I would show up in video, I'd probably be wearing a different blouse instead of a t-shirt, but a t-shirt is easier to get on. I wouldn't be wearing a sweatshirt. I might be wearing a sweater if I'm feeling cool, but it's not so easy with this. So I just have to take that leap of faith that you're going to be okay with that, or whoever is going to be okay with that, especially if it's somebody who's never seen me before. And this is where the content is really what's the most important thing. Most people will forgive the visual if your content provides some value. Of course, I am hoping that I'm providing some value. I thought about this question quite a bit because there are, again, two sides to it. How are you showing up? You need to be prepared for people making judgments about you, especially if they don't know you, if this is their first impression. So you watching this may be the first time that you ever see me. And you're saying, wow, she sure is pretty casual. Maybe she's not that serious about her business. And I'm not saying that you think that or anybody else thinks that, but someone might, and we just don't know it. So my suggestion is that when you show up, and definitely showing up is an important thing to do, showing up to share your message with people, showing up to serve people, showing up to have conversations with your audience. That's all super important. But also give some thought to what is the message they're getting that is the visual too. Food for thought. I would love to hear your thoughts on this, what you think about how you show up, how you see others showing up. Do you ever have some of that sort of feeling of judgment when you see somebody that may not look or sound as professional as you thought they were? Do you cut them slack? Or do you just say, nope, not happening? I'd love to hear your thoughts about that. So if you don't mind, if you don't mind, what a week. That was very weak. What I would love for you to do is post in the comments here your thoughts and ideas about how you show up, how you think about other people and the way they show up. And let's have a conversation about that. Okay? Comments, welcome, and I will reply. Okay. I'm going to jump off now because I've got a class to teach in a little while, in a few minutes, and I look forward to seeing what you have to say about this. Take care. Have an adventurous day. And now I've got to figure out with my left hand. That's the thing. I'm using a right-hand mouse with my left hand. Very interesting. Bye-bye.